Master your time, how to stop wasting time and become ultra-organized. Ever feel like you're constantly chasing the clock? Like there's just not enough time in the day to do everything you need, let alone the things you to do? Yeah, me too. It's this weird paradox, right? Time is the one thing we all have equal amounts of, yet it feels like some people have figured out a way to bend it to their will. They're crushing their goals, pursuing their passions, and generally just seem to have it all together. Meanwhile, the rest of us are left wondering where it all went wrong. The truth is, we've all been given the same 24 hours. The difference lies in how we choose to use them. Today we're diving deep into the world of time management, but not in the way you might think. Get ready to ditch the overwhelm, break free from the shackles of procrastination, and step into a life where you're not just managing time, but you're mastering it. Okay, let's get real for a second. We all waste time sometimes, whether it's scrolling endlessly through social media, binge-watching that show everyone's talking about, even though you swore you wouldn't, or finding a million other little things to do, the one thing you're supposed to be doing. We've all been there. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why do we sabotage our own productivity, even when we know deep down it's not serving us? The answer, my friends, lies in the intricate workings of our brains. You see, our brains are wired for instant gratification. They crave comfort, ease, and familiarity. Procrastination, in its essence, is a coping mechanism. It's a way to avoid those negative feelings of overwhelm, anxiety, or even fear of failure. But here's the catch. While procrastination might provide temporary relief, it ultimately leads to increased stress, guilt, and a nagging sense that we're not living up to our full potential. The key to breaking free from this vicious cycle is to become aware of the underlying reasons behind our procrastination. Whatever the reason, acknowledging it is the first step towards reclaiming your time and your life. We live in a culture that glorifies busyness. It's like a badge of honor to wear our packed schedules and overflowing to-do lists as proof of our importance and worth. But here's the thing. Being busy doesn't necessarily equate to being productive. In fact, it's often the opposite. When we're constantly rushing from one thing to the next, we rarely have the time or energy to focus on what truly moves the needle. So, how do we escape the busyness trap and start prioritizing what truly matters? It's time to redefine productivity and shift our focus from quantity to value. Enter the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. This powerful principle states that roughly 80% of our results come from just 20% of our efforts. Think about it. 20% of your clients probably generate 80% of your revenue. 20% of your wardrobe probably gets worn 80% of the time. To apply the 80-20 rule to your own life, start by listing all your tasks for the week. Then, identify the high-value activities, the ones that will have the biggest impact on your goals and bring you closer to where you want to be. Routines often get a bad rap, conjuring up images of monotonous schedules and rigid structures that stifle creativity and spontaneity. But the truth is, routines can be incredibly powerful tools for maximizing our time and energy. Think of it this way. Routines automate decisions. They eliminate the need for willpower and mental energy, freeing up those precious resources for more important tasks. The key is to create a routine that works you, not against you. Start by identifying your natural energy patterns. Are you a morning person or a night owl? When do you feel most alert and focused? Structure your day to capitalize on your peak productivity times. Next, incorporate activities that set a positive tone for your day. Then divide your day into dedicated blocks for specific tasks. Experiment with different structures and find what works best for you. Chapter 4. Learn to say no and protect your time. Time, my friends, is our most precious resource. Once it's gone forever. Yet we treat it as though it's infinite, readily giving it away to anyone who asks. But here's the thing, every time we say yes to something we don't truly care about, we're saying no to something that matters. Whether it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing our passions, or simply taking a much-needed break. Learning to say no is essential for protecting our time and energy and creating a life that aligns with our values. The key is to reframe no not as a negative response, but as a way of honoring our priorities and commitments. When we say no to something that doesn't align with our goals, we're actually saying yes to ourselves and what we truly value. To make saying no easier, create a decision filter for commitments. Chapter 5. Harness technology for good. Technology, it's both a blessing and a curse, isn't it? On the one hand, it connects us to the world, provides endless information at our fingertips and makes our lives easier in countless ways. But on the other hand, it can be a major source of distraction, pulling us away from the present moment and into the endless scroll of social media, the constant barrage of notifications, and the allure of instant gratification. The key to harnessing technology for good is to become aware of our digital habits and make conscious choices about how we use these powerful tools. The first step is to audit your digital usage. Use the built-in features on your phone, like screen time for iPhone or digital well-being for Android, to set limits on app usage, schedule downtime, and track your progress. Remember, you are in control of your technology, not the other way around. Chapter 6. Master the art of prioritization. One of the biggest time management mistakes we make is treating all tasks as equal. But the truth is, not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks are mission critical, while others are simply busy work that can be delegated, automated, or eliminated altogether. To effectively manage your time, you need to master the art of prioritization. A simple but effective tool for prioritizing tasks is the Eisenhower matrix, also known as the urgent important matrix. To use this matrix, divide a piece of paper into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. These are the tasks that require immediate attention and have a significant impact on your goals. Quadrant 2, not urgent but important. These are the tasks that are important for your long-term goals but don't have an immediate deadline. The goal is to spend most of your time in Quadrant 2, focusing on the tasks that are important but not urgent. Chapter 7. Break the cycle of procrastination. Procrastination. We all know it well. It's that voice in our heads that tells us we'll work on that project later, that we have plenty of time, that we work better under pressure. But deep down, we know it's a lie. Procrastination is nothing more than a form of self-sabotage, a way of avoiding the discomfort of hard work and the fear of failure. But breaking the cycle of procrastination is possible. It starts with understanding the triggers that lead us down the procrastination rabbit hole. Is it fear of failure, perfectionism, lack of clarity or direction? Once you identify your triggers, you can start to develop strategies to overcome them. One effective technique is the by Mel Robbins. The next time you find yourself procrastinating, count down from 5 and then physically move towards the task. Chapter 8. Regularly reflect and adjust. The world of time management isn't about finding the perfect system and sticking to it religiously. Life is messy, unpredictable, and constantly changing. What worked for you yesterday might not work today, and that's okay. The key to long-term success is to regularly reflect on what's working, what's not working, and how you can adjust your approach to better align with your current goals and priorities. Schedule a weekly review to assess your progress and make adjustments as needed. Ask yourself, what went well this week? What can I do differently next week? Outro. Make time your ally. Look, we're all given the same 24 hours in a day. It's up to us to decide how we want to spend them. Time management isn't about cramming more into your already overflowing schedule. It's about creating a life that's aligned with what truly matters to you. It's about making conscious choices about how you spend your time, energy, and attention. Remember what Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Start small. Small, consistent actions compounded over time lead to extraordinary results.